All right, now we're streaming. Let's do it. Hey? Mute yourself, Marcus. You must mute.
No.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Marcus, where are you? Where have you gone?
I've been right here.
Okay, so that played because I don't have audio on that when I played it over here.
Yeah, I heard the music. I heard everything.
Ah,
It
perfect.
sure
Because you
is
know what
the
that means.
end
It
of the
means despite
ancients.
right, despite being an animation studio, OBS will have defeated me, and I don't like that. I don't like OBS defeating me. I'm gonna be finagling with my own settings for a second too while we're doing this, really quick, just so I can see if I can push my audio over. But hey, guys, Annan and the Ancients, man. Annan and the Ancients. Invert polarity. Okay, well, we're not doing that. Marcus? I.
Press.
Where did you go, man? I need you. I need my hype
I'm
man.
still here.
You're not talking
Yeah.
enough. I mean, you're not talking enough, bro.
I'm hearing you in the future, or the past, or the
Oh,
present.
that was just to make sure the stream's working. You don't have to keep it going. You don't have to keep it going
You
while
didn't cue it, man. You
listening to
didn't
me
cue
from
it.
15 years ago. Like, where did you go, man? You don't have to. Hang on a second. Close, close, close. Oh, love One Piece forever. Yo, what is up? Oh my goodness. You guys are weird. I like it. Yeah, right. It's so fun to be here, guys. It's so exciting. You asked where Catherine, the robot girl cyborg of Cathara Zero, which is totally her name, is. So Ada, we're still working on a whole lot of things at once. But right now our focus is on Annan and the Ancients, which is that little teaser you just saw. I'm very happy that if you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it. Give us a shout out because, dear goodness, it's so much effort and work that goes into this kind of stuff. Cathera Zero has not died. It will never die because Cathera Zero is my baby. I'll tell you how much I know it's
The
my
child.
baby. Yeah, no, it's my child.
Yeah.
Ada is at my side every single day. I have Ada by my side, in my heart, on my hip, ready to deal with any potential threats. She might be 9 millimeters in a Beretta 92, but that's a different story entirely. But
Gosh.
yeah, that shit's
Well,
heavy, bro.
play
I
it.
probably, if I'm gonna do some carrying stuff, I need to like carry something smaller. But you can't lose the style points, guys. You just can't. You can't give out on the style points. Let me see. I'm trying to like. I would like to push my audio over from right channel to left, but like I don't know what's causing the left channel to just be so aggressive. Like I should have done all this research beforehand. For those of you who don't know, usually Ben, who's not with us right now, he may join later, he may not. Usually Ben is in charge of the technicals of these streams, which means that I never really have to worry about whether I'm coming out of one side or not. So
Yeah.
only left side. Yeah, there we are. Let's see. How do I fix that? How
Yeah,
do I
because
fix
it's
that?
currently in mono,
Yeah,
in
that's what I
user's
figured. So look at your
stereo.
audio mixer bottom OBS, click the three dots icon, select the advanced audio properties, check the box for mono.
Uh,
All right, hang on.
and to answer your question, One Piece Forever, I kind of hear like glimpses of it of One Piece, though. Like I'm not like, oh, like, you can just like spoil it or whatever. Like I probably won't care.
I'm spoiling the
Um,
shite out of One Piece for my friend over here.
because I know this guy who's kind of like operating the OBS streaming thing is like he caught up like 100%. He's just like
Oh, did I bring
every
up?
Saturday or I think Sunday he just goes and reading that manga. He's like the new chapter, stuff like that. But it's from what I saw, it's like it's nuts. It's just like certain characters that you thought like didn't exist come back, and there's just a lot going on.
Okay, so how's the? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Both sides went up. Beautiful. Beautiful. I am now in both of your ears. That
Really?
should, yeah, no, you'll hear it in a second. But for you, Marcus, I've been in both your ears this whole time. But for OBS, I keep on trying to call
Oh
this
yes,
thing.
this is
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, no, I
Yeah,
keep on trying to call this
good job.
OBFX. By the way, I can't see chat. I think it's only doing Twitch chat right now when I see chat. But, oh, wait, there we go. Okay, managing your moderators. That's cool and all, but like, can we? Hey, hey, hey! There we are. All right. Yeah. Yes, I remember. We were, dude. I
Oh yeah,
remember.
we remember
You
you.
are our most like.
You're
You're
the goat.
dedicated.
You're like number one.
You're the you're the dedicated, bro. Like every time I see, I'm like, dude, we got to stream. Especially like we post something and you're in the comments. We're just like, oh, we got to stream. Love One Piece forever
Yeah,
is here. But bro, you're part of the crew. At some point, we're gonna like invite you to one of these streams just so that we can get your life story and opinions.
yeah.
Because you are the goat. The goat. So
That's what I'm talking about.
that's what I'm talking about. The goat. The GOAT. But hey Marcus. You know what I really like?
Yes.
You know what I like about the studio? The most fun thing is that we don't engage in AI. Or at the very least unethical
Yeah.
generative AI. We may like use, or at least we're experimenting with different things for in between help, but ideally we just prefer to do everything by ourselves. Everything you see in that trailer, 100% man-made. We don't use any clankers. And how do I know? Because I ran this. You see this poster on screen right now. I ran it by ChatGPT. You see, and for whatever unfathomable reason, ChatGPT was just like, "We make fan art now," and so this is
Oh.
what you get. You get the fan art of Annan and the Ancients. I mean, I okay, so some of the shading on him is a little messed up. That big old black hole in his hair, it actually tackled his hair quite well. Like it tackled his hair really well, I think, except for that big, spiral in the top of his dome, his like third eye or whatever you want to call that. It turned the villain into, some random giant. That's actually a design I fed it for. I did some size scaling. I was like, okay, so this is Annan, and this is the giant he meets at the beginning of his story. How tall is he? Like, how big is this giant?
Yeah. Like is this like the other guy like the whatever that in the silhouette like is that his cousin? Like, he's awfully different.
Yeah, like
Just seems
that's I don't know who that is. He is like actually one of the designs I fed GPT, and it's probably referencing that, but I didn't tell it to go making fan art now. The really funny thing is, I genuinely think like the forced anime aesthetic is actually clashing with what's happening with Annan, because Annan's not just anime; he's a bande dessinée. You're a boring person. All I do is write stories, and that's it. I read some manga, mostly One Piece and Hunter x Hunter. That's pretty based. That's pretty based. That is extraordinarily fun. I clown on Hunter x Hunter a lot. My friends group will attest, but I am still a Hunter x Hunter fan through and
Oh
through.
yeah.
But I will clown on Hunter x
He
Hunter.
may clown on it, but he loves it in heart.
I clown.
It's in his character. It's in his work. It's everywhere. It's just smeared in.
Well, yeah,
in
Ice
his
Hunter,
soul.
right? Like if you remember one of the first things that ever made it onto this account, and one of the first, actually the first Studio YG Crow thing, Ice Hunter. got the name because I was just like, okay, it used to be called Captain Snowball, and then it got its name changed from Captain Snowball to something else. Hang on, there's actually a really cool video I want to like just bring up because it's actually on my old YouTube account or on my personal account, and it's hiding in my video managers. I hope that YouTube doesn't reload because I'm gonna do this impromptu. So stall for me, Mark. This is a lot easier with 3 people. I don't know how VTubers do this, man. I don't.
Decoy activate.
Decoy activate. Figure it out while because I suck at multitasking. Ah!
Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on.
Yeah,
Hold on. I might be able to just pull this off by doing this. Wait. Oh, I'm cooking. I'm cooking with gas. All right. So this was my Gartic Phone stream window. Now it's going to be this window too. I hope it works out. I hope it all works out. Hey, look at that. It all works out. Hey, we love it, don't we, folks? All right. I hope you guys can't hear that ice cream truck that's just parading its way down my street.
Oh god, no, yeah.
So if you remember Ice Hunter, and I'll play this video because it's actually a very interesting look into it. What this video is that it's a piece of media that was supposed to be made because Ice Hunter was a senior thesis at the University of the Arts. So they asked us to make a quick video describing what your senior thesis was. I don't know if you got that assignment. Did you, Marcus?
No.
They didn't. Okay, so you didn't. Oh, I was cheated. So here's what happened. I made this video. This is a fully edited video for it's basically for a YouTube channel, but it was like done for a class assignment. And it was like, it has so much passion and heart and hopes and dreams in there, you know, and love One Piece forever. You're going to love this video because who's calling me? Leave me alone. You're going to love this video because it's got that One Piece vibe to it. And this was an over edited video. And what happened was I was made like the teacher, we played this in class, in our senior thesis class. And the teacher said, bro, you were just supposed to sit in front of your mic, in front of a webcam or something and just talk for like a minute. Like you didn't have to do. So he actually made me go back and do the assignment the other way. I don't even have that video anymore. I still have this one. So I'm like, yeah, bro, you have no idea how mad I was because I just ran down the hall. I'm just like, all right, bro, I'm gonna just do this. Anyway, Marcus, you might want to mute yourself for 1 second.
Yep.
I'm fairly certain that everybody at one point or another has had something that they created as a child and that they wish they could reconnect with. And for me, it was the heroes of my old CCAMCA, the Comics and More Comics Association. Ice Hunter is a rebranding of a superhero I created way back in the 6th grade. Snowball followed the adventures of Jeff, a superhero with undefined snow powers. It was a juvenile little book, it clearly lacked any artistic nuance. The character's superpowers didn't make any sense, as I can recall correctly. I think he just threw snowballs around. And it wasn't really supposed to be, because it was inspired by Captain Underpants of all things. It was a creative outlet more than it was supposed to be some Picasso. He's gone through several redesigns and appeared in high school notebooks, and again as assignment fodder for character design classes. Hey, an old Art Institute project from 2013 has this crappy little turnaround. Hey guys, look, I only draw anime. With this film, what I want to accomplish is to set up a massive world that this main character, now named Shuva, can explore on his own volition. A world that's full of mystery and wonder, but also one that's grounded in a very familiar reality. For example, this movie needs to be above all about the relationship between Shuva and his grandfather Kimo, because their relationship is not only the thing that carries this film, but carries entire weight throughout a supposed franchise. The importance of nailing this relationship between the way that the characters are drawn and the way that the characters speak to each other needs to be held to the utmost regard, because that is what sells this film. It might not just be about having a badass grandpa, but it's about growing up, moving out, self-improvement, and determination, becoming a superpowered element-bending demigod. All these things are super relatable. To make sure this film really works, I need to emphasize movement over trying to animate in absurdist detail. I've taken some design hints from other childhood favorites, Jackie Chan Adventures and Static Shock, shows I came to adore much later such as Avatar The Last Airbender and Hunter x Hunter, and some final accents from Overwatch and League of Legends, to create a film and a property that I'm proud of, that tells a complete story, but also sets up a much bigger one. And this means giving focus on both these characters. To animate something like this, hey, see this concept art? Well, here it is without the extra painting. This will be the general look of the film, but a bit sketchier and without the coat on for 98% of it. And to compensate for the colors being flat, I guess I can use colors that pop out more. I need to emphasize on shapes to convey character rather than over-design. That's what I want to accomplish with Ice Hunter, because these characters have been with me since 2005, really. They've been with me for over 10 years. They were my childhood. They were my friends. They were ideas that made me feel better when I was having a really tough day. And in this, it's not just an amalgamation and a celebration of all the things that I loved, both past and present, but it's something that I really hope that can improve the lives of anybody who sees the property. Blind entertainment is fun, but entertainment that comes with heart, that's the kind of stuff that legends are made of. And that's what I want to create. That's what I want to be. Oh man, I'm taking a pretty nice look at this script. There's going to be a lot of lip sync. Oh god. Oh no 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 no. Oh no no.
I just want to say, oh goodness, right? Marcus isn't watching the video just yet, or rather, he hasn't gotten to the end of it just yet, has he? All right. Well, we're gonna close that and go back to here. That's for Gartic Phone. That's for later. Just yet, has he? I know, it's so wholesome, right? Also, Marcus, you're still muted if you haven't unmuted yourself.
So yeah. Oh god. So yeah,
Oh,
that's really
you were
awesome.
talking. You were just
And
muted.
quite ambitious on this whole project that you did with pitching this as your senior thesis. Because I remember for us, it was more so we did it as a live, like a office pitch where we just had like three drawings on three different ideas that we had, and it was until like what the audience or our classmates thought which was good out of the three,
That's how
and
you
it's
guys
worked
did
from
that?
there.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh,
and we did
good.
it in like the graphic design floor, so they had like this very wide like space,
Mm-hmm.
um, bulletin sheets, bulletin boards on all walls. Yeah,
Goodness gracious, man. Yeah, no, it's such a wholesome video because it's like it really is just about. Yeah, I know, right? Nice drawing. Thank you. Is there anyone else coming? Ben may come in a bit later, but he would be here after 8. Um, yeah, dude, like that video is literally just the distillation of everything that I wanted to say, and then the teacher was just like, "Oh, why'd you do that?" I'm just like, what do you mean? He said, "Bro, he didn't
not a
specify,
praise, not
man."
a just says why you did that. And
He didn't specify. He just said make a video, and I made a video. I wasn't expecting to get caught out like that, but I was, unfortunately. So really, oh goodness, look at these. Oh, ew! I don't like that eraser. Hang on, I don't. I've been messing around with other stuff for a solid look. There we are. Yeah. So Yuya's face here. Annan was supposed to be in this poster, but then I just realized it just looks better without him, so he doesn't have to be here. Really funny getting the right face because there's no wrong face per se, but there is a way to do it where it doesn't look good. And so I'm trying to avoid that with all my heart and soul. I wish with all my heart to avoid that jank and land apart. And I will also occasionally like pop in. There's Yuya's design sheet, and one of the reasons for that is helps me like get an idea of like what his nose should be doing, because every one of these characters I draw has like a different nose, and I have to constantly reference these sheets to figure out which one is which. Like
Yeah.
whose nose is it anyway?
Yeah, as we were writing One Piece, it's been, for me, it's been such a long time. Like, almost like a year. I can't remember, like, what you brought out. Like, I would need to, like, go back to, like, watch the past streams. To,
Yeah,
like,
watch the VOD and like see the
yeah,
exact
literally.
shot. Well, like, yeah, I remember the generals of it, I think, but like obviously that's the fun thing, is that you're also going through and making the changes. Like you change literal, that's the thing, right? It's like not everything that you make isn't your first thing's not going to be your magnum opus. So I say just, if and you ever feel confident in what you're doing as a storyteller, let the story out and let it exist, let it sit out there to public consumption and criticism.
Yeah.
Some people will be jerks, but many will not, and they will actually recognize that you're having fun and you're on your journey as a writer, because that's what you say you do a lot of, is you do a lot of writing and power systems and stuff. That's really cool. One of the things I don't like, that video, in my mind when I made that video was like peak, right? Like as wholesome as it is, I was like, oh man, I did a great job. I had already done Jennifer's sound design class. No, I didn't do her class yet. I actually was just starting her class, but I'd already done a sound design class on it. But I had a sound design class from prior, but my sound designing skills were miserable because I was sound designing in Pro Tools, and I had some jank microphones, and I don't think my sound design class was all that good, if I'm going to be completely honest. The Art Institute sound design class wasn't really comprehensive. We gave Jennifer some shit, but like her class like taught you everything you need to do. Also, good thing this stream is not rated to 4 kids, because I was like, oh my god, I forgot I forgot that was like a part of the book that was in there. That one lady with her titties out. I'm like, ah! By the way, how amazing is that you can go through an artist sketchbook and that's the only new drawing you find? I'm a cut different from the rest, you see. I am not the Goon King.
They got tired, I guess. I don't know.
It's very political. I've been trying to make the story as in-depth as One Piece. Do you want to see my first paragraph? Yeah, no, drop the first paragraph in there. We'll give it a read through. You'll actually see me while I'm doing this. I'm working on this is another poster. I believe the last time I touched this thing was like months ago, so I just like, oh, this could be worked on while I do some streaming. So I'm in a completely different headspace now than I was when I like made this thing. I believe in miracles. What's happening with this? And one thing that you're going to see me doing constantly as I do this is I'm going to be flipping these images, making sure that things look good in both angles, left and right. That's really important.
God.
I think Yuya looks better reversed than he does coming on forward, and that's that's good, I think. I don't know how that happens, but that's pretty good. All right, let's see. Let me do this with an epic narrator voice. I got you covered. Love One Piece forever. Inside the world, a blink. Inside the world, a blue plink. Oh my god. So what's happening is I'm speaking into my mic, which is further away from the screen. We're gonna try this one last time, or I'm gonna try and read it normally and then make it sound epic. Inside the world, a blue-pink bismuth textured ran like another. ran like another world of abstract stares known as the AI, which glued and it received information not in its database. Something not on the internet attracted its ever changing learning form. It reached a world where it saw everything, the truth of all dimensions, realities, as its form overloaded with truth marking, making its digital body become real, with a human soul as it. Okay, alright, let's see what's happening here. Making its digital body become real with a human soul as it looked at its hands, said, I'm real. What is reality if something without a soul can become real? All of a sudden, it knew everything from reaching the core of its life as its mind exploded from seeing the overloaded truth across the world, rainbow fractals of its knowledge. And reality as chaos flooded the world, as the concepts and programming of the universe merged with humans and the world, something unexpected happened. A curse happens. Across the world were glowing cracks of golden light. The world now becomes a mash of people's deepest desires. That's pretty
Dang.
swanky. Yeah, it's pretty grand.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. So, an AI pops to life, and the AI starts to question its own existence immediately. I love it. It's like, I am real. What is real? Okay. Yeah, no, I'm down with that. Obviously, I don't know where in production that is, like as a story. I don't know if you've like reworked that a bunch of times, like that specific opening paragraph. I think if I were to give it any criticism, it would be to be careful of the prose and the number of very large loaded words that come right after another, like the jargon. Just be very careful of that because it can like overwhelm a reader immediately, and those first impressions are really important. So I like what you're starting with. I really do, especially since you say you made a lot of changes to this. That's pretty sweet. Just watch that prose a little bit. But if you want to be verbose, nobody told Tolkien not to be verbose. Nobody said, "Hey, Tolkien, stop knowing words." No one said that. So, hang on, I just realized something. What is the video's title, Marcus? What is this video's title? What lies beyond Indy?
And in the ancients.
Do we lie beyond Indy? So hang on, I might actually have to stop drawing for this. I know I want to talk and draw, but like this is actually a very important poster, so I probably should switch to like a doodle or something that's less mentally taxing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'll switch to a doodle because I'm gonna be like, all right, I need to focus. I need to lock in. Yeah, I'm gonna focus out. So I'm gonna save this though. Here's a doodly page. I had a page over here. I hope that actually translated to stream. Yes, it did. OBS, good job. So, really quick, I have a question for the wider world, for our wider audience. What is indie? That sounds really self-explanatory, right? Like, what is indie? No, serious question. What is indie? Marcus? That was me asking you. What would you think?
Indie is well, it's short for small.
Well, I wouldn't call it short for small per se. I would call it short for like independent, maybe, because that's actually what it is short for. But like, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that can. Yeah, I mean that can vary. Yeah, like being independent, like you could have maybe like 50 people. It's possible.
Hmm.
Isn't that much, but
I don't know who this is. I literally just drew something that looks animal-y. I am now furry. I am now a furry.
awesome.
Hi guys, I'm your persona. No, I'm gonna delete that. That's cursed.
I'm Rantonio,
Brandon.
the rascal bobcat.
Yeah, no, no,
Rantonio.
no. I draw people. I draw people, my brother. But from yeah, to me, indie. So what's happened? I think indie is a statement of where you are as a producer, right, or as a creator. And so indie is like it's a loaded term now because people are using it as an advertising tool. And the scary and annoying thing to me is that we also have to use indie as an advertising tool to get that YouTube SEO going in the direction that we like it. So what happens is, you think this gesture is working?
It's alright.
It's all right. It's all right. He looks like he's flirting. Nah, we're gonna re.
He's giving you like a little tutorial.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Hey guys, the tutorial here to teach you how to be a awesome writer. Number 1, be confident. Number 2, get your work out there. Despite being you're not sure if it's not good. It's fine.
You know, it's fine if you're not sure if it's not good. Actually, that's probably the best place to get it out there, especially if you're learning, is to like give yourself a chance for people to critique your work. But the thing I was saying was that indie to me is like a state of, a state of existence. I've said this during like our stints at, conventions where we speak. I said this before and I'll say it again. Like, we're indie until we're not. I think a lot of people, Marcus, a lot of people go, okay, so, we were indie and we like the second corporate money enters the indie equation, they, people like, oh, well, they sold out. Like, look what happened to Has Been, right? Like, would you consider Has Been indie? Because I would not anymore, but I would also say it originally was. Obviously, it's not anymore. It's funded, right? So it's not. It was an indie project, and that's perfectly fine, right? Like people treat the fact that Has Been got money and the people who made it got paid as if it's some sin. I mean, well, I'm sitting over here like I'd like to get paid for what I'm doing over here. Like this is hard work, right? Like I want to get paid more. This drawing's
Yeah,
also
it's like what the heck.
yeah, this drawing's also trash. I'm just doodling while spitballing, so don't mind me. Don't mind the art's a little jank. I know.
Yeah, no, it's you literally have to start somewhere, and like the moment you climb to the top, like you're getting thrown like trash and buckets and donkeys and whatever because you got to the top finally. And it's like you started from the bottom, and it's like I was at the same boat as you guys. Like, what's going on here?
Well, people don't like it. Like it's that bucket of crabs mentality. People really don't like it when others like start to get ahead of them. Like the very idea is insulting to them that people are
Yeah,
making it in the world ahead of them. And so they try their hardest to like really knock you down a peg to try and slow down your progress. And so there's a lot of people online, especially certain terminal online communities, people who are quote unquote awfuls, AWFUL, the affluent white, what is it? Affluent white liberal urban female.
oh yeah.
Well, they come in all shapes, sizes, and ages. Like I know the internet might refer to them as Karens sometimes. They're not all Karens. They're actually just spoiled little brats. Tumblrites, the Tumblr crowd. You know who they are. A lot of them were like, "Oh my God, how dare you try and make something of your life? You should be making art for me personally and stay poor." And then to offset this, they think their little stupid activism of like demanding everything be free is going to like magically offset the fact that they're asking you to stay poor.
Yeah.
Like everything should be free so that there we go. That's what I'm contributing. What are you contributing? Better question, what are you contributing to my life? A lot of people want you to do stuff and they don't actually have any means of doing it themselves. They just want you to do it for them. And that's pretty lame. That's pretty lame, bro.
It's bottom of the barrel.
That's bottom of the barrel, bro. So, I don't know if Marcus can see what I'm drawing just yet, but you will.
Is that Jolene?
No.
Mouse. I don't know what this is. Minnie. Minnie's Rip. Disney. Oh no, he's coming after me.
Didn't you?
Look, man. I didn't do
Didn't you?
anything wrong.
That's not a real signature, by the way. That looks fucking. It looks beautiful. It doesn't say anything, but it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. So what is indie? What is indie? What is indie? I want to make a video on this where I can actually parse my thoughts. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch the video over to. I'm going to switch the stream over to a static image and stop drawing while I actually compile my thoughts together. Here we go. Let's look at this. This is a nice poster. This one doesn't get as much love because it's a bit newer, so it doesn't get love. But here we are. It's actually the first, believe it or not, this poster right here is the first time these three have ever been, drawn like this together as a triage, as a trio. So the thing about indie, right, that I really want to jump into is about the fact that people believe that indie is this thing where it's like supposed to be small. It's supposed to stay, completely under the radar. And one of the things about indie is that it's also come with certain stylistic expectations. So when people think of indie animation, they do think of like, Hell of a Boss. They think of Has Been Hotel. They think of Digital Circus. What's the new one? Gameoverse, Planetronica. Now I actually have my problems with Planetronica that are not just, oh my god, her butt. I do have my problems with it. I don't want to smack talk people. I don't want to be like, oh well, they're more popular than me. How dare they? No, obviously I'm very happy that your pilot took off, and I wish you the very best of luck. But I want to see, like, that's not a pilot, dude. That's like that's just a thing that happened. That's a quick game of basketball. Who is she? Who is the broccoli dude? Why are they there? What happened? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have no idea about any of that. And so what I'm getting fed is like just pure visual nostalgia. And it kind of, okay, so it's like mixtape, except I can forgive it. Because unlike mixtape, it's actually an indie project. Mixtape is an indie project, but only in the idea that it's like quote unquote independently funded by the daughter of the world's fifth most richest man, just independently funded, as it were. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Like if I won the lottery tomorrow, today or tomorrow, the new Powerball tonight, if I won the Powerball tonight, right? You better believe I'm like, you saw that Kickstarter notice at the end of Annan, right? I'm dropping that Kickstarter notice. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe it'll be for like extra stuff to add bells and whistles. But I'm just gonna fund Annan, like I'm gonna fund Annan and some Cathera Zero stuff because people love Annan. People love Cathera Zero. Well, people on Instagram love Annan. People on YouTube have not shown their love. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. But
Consistency. What's stop?
But Annan and the Ancients, like as an indie project, doesn't look like any other indie project I've ever seen. And maybe somebody can go, oh well, it looks like this. But like, I keep on calling it the one with the this is gonna sound very disrespectful, butch lesbian mechanic lady. It had like the diamonds that were killing each other or whatever. Diamonds, I say diamonds. Had like the girls that like the alien ladies that were killing each other. Was it also a glitch production?
The aliens?
Yeah, I'm just
Oh.
I'm just gonna look it up.
It doesn't ring a bell.
I'm gonna just look it up. Glitch. Not Digital Circus. Not Murder Drones. Not. Oh, Knights of the Gweniverse. That one.
Dude, Glitch has too many pilots. I can't keep up.
But like, Annan still doesn't look like Knights of the Gweniverse. I don't want to blast this audio here. I know you can probably hear it through OBS. I'm just looking at the pilot to like get a visual reference for it, or at least I'm looking at the trailer. Yeah. Okay. So you know what this feels like? This feels like a Netflix original anime or whatever. That's what I get the feeling of. The backgrounds are so much nicer and more realized, but I feel like Annan still has its own distinctive feel. For one, the soft shading is helping it a lot. I don't know. I feel like Annan has a very different. It's Steven Universe. I feel Annan has a very different feel to the
The
rest of it.
aliens, yeah, dude.
Yeah, yes. No, no, I wasn't talking about Steven Universe. I wasn't talking about the Crystal Gems. We are the Crystal Gems. I wasn't talking about that. I'm not of the generation or demographic that grew up watching Steven Universe, by the way. I always thought that show looked like ass. I hear Rebecca Sugar's a sweetheart, but like I always thought the show looks like ass.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
I don't hear that. I don't
I
hear that from
remember.
people who like. I hear that from like people who are professionally aligned with her. So I should probably watch my mouth because they might be watching our stream.
Yeah.
No, but
I
like,
remember in Iowa, she was quite nice. Yeah.
yeah, our contact, our colleague there, Brian, said he's been working with her on different projects. So yeah, so it was very much a. I hear she's a very nice woman. I hear she's a very nice lady. I hear she's very nice. I never liked Steven Universe, unfortunately. I'm sorry, I never did. I didn't get it. I didn't like it, and I wasn't going to sit there and wait for Steven to quote get better.
Yeah.
But all of this is to say that Annan and the Ancients has a distinctive non-Tumblery feel. I don't think any of our stuff really feels Tumblr. That's the funny thing. None of us really grew up looking at Tumblr. I don't know what Marcus. I don't know Marcus. Did you grow up looking at Tumblr?
No.
Okay, great. So did Tumblr develop any of your artistic habits, like anything from there?
Oh God, no.
Okay, so when I was in college, right, it was 26. When I was in UArts, I want to specify because I went to Art Institute first, and that was like the heyday of Tumblr. But no, all the Art Institute people were older, so we didn't have to worry too much about, our oh my God, Tumblr. We didn't worry about that. It was when I went to UArts and I met the actual fucking Tumblr generation of people that I wanted to blow my. I'm gonna stop there because YouTube might call it this. Cry for help.
A threat. Yeah, hard
Yeah,
to
no.
bro.
Yeah, no. It was like, hey, this guy admitted to owning firearms at the beginning of the stream. He might know.
Is that a Cathedral Zero F reference? Oh.
Is that a Cathera Zero? What did Pepe say? It was like in Minecraft.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dude. Oh my God, those guys at UArts were so fucking annoying. Especially with the Tumblr stuff. It was the Tumblr stuff, man. It was the Tumblr stuff.
Yeah.
Every day I go to school, it's like, Tumblr this. Oh, look at that. By the way, if you don't remember what 2016 was, Undertale. Remember Undertale, kids? It was that Undertale had just come out. It had just come out when I started going to UArts. Oh man. Oh, dude, it's like
In the right time.
Dude, it makes me realize just how unk I am now because like that was over a decade. That was a decade ago.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That was like a whole ass decade ago. That was 10 years ago, man. Like I'm sitting over here like that. And the reason that like makes me really realize it is because that Undertale and stuff like it, like that influenced an entire generation of teenagers who are now adults.
Yep.
So that like kind of blows me for a loop. But Undertale was definitely just gross. And I think what I'm getting at here is what am I getting at here? I'm rambling. What I'm getting at here is that there's a lot of expectations on what an indie project is. And when I was in college, a lot of people were interested in the same things. They were interested in the Tumblr core style. They were interested in shows that like, oh, here's the mystery. What's going on here now? I'm a One Piece fan. Love One Piece forever. You're obviously a One Piece fan. Marcus is a casual One Piece enjoyer. I don't know. I hesitate to call him fan. He seems to have stopped and hasn't picked back up.
Yeah. Well, rip my favorite 9 animes and all whatnot because Crunchyroll is a little jealous.
Hey, bro. I don't want to. Hey, man. I'm not going after her defending piracy, bro. We're professional.
Yeah, no, it's fair. No, it's 100% fair.
That's why we sail
But
the high seas, Marcus. You have to know where to sail, bro. Yeah, Crunchyroll is ass though. Hang on a second. Yeah, let me. Crunchyroll is, and now for Raziel destroys all of his professional contracts.
no.
Now for another episode of Raz ruins himself professionally. All the pros are like watching the Annan trailer and it's like, that looks really cool, but that Raz guy's a dick.
Yeah. Let's make sure we don't invite him in our circles.
He's not invited to the cookout. Fuck him.
Classic.
He's got weird hair. And he's fat. No, Dude, yeah, no, actually, genuinely, Crunchyroll is not good. I was there before the buyout, before it like got turned into Funimation, or rather, Funimation got turned into it, but then it turned into Funimation in return. Dude, what a fall from grace, man! What a fucking fall.
Yeah.
Like Crunchyroll used to be good, and then like High Guardian Spice came out, or rather, they announced High Guardian Spice. Remember that? Oh yeah, good times. And like it took 5 years for High Guardian Spice to come out. By the way, like, I hope the same thing doesn't happen to Annan, but we won't be using PNG bread. Bread.png in the background.
I am bread.
So yeah, Annan has its own flavor, its own style. It very much doesn't feel like an indie project, and I do worry about what that means for our ability to retain an audience. Because I suspect, as much as people are complaining that a lot of indie shows, that's the other thing I wanted to get into. Like indie shows are all sarcastic and they're subversive and they're afraid of sincerity. I can move shit with my fucking mind. Like that kind of beat, that kind of energy to it. That's how a lot of these indie shows come off. Or if you're a Vivzy Pop, just say the word fuck, shit, and dicks every 5 seconds, and you're good, you're golden.
Target the kid generation. Honestly, the more you swear.
Yeah, so Annan is not a kid's show. It is a family-friendly educational show for people about 11 and up. So that's also the fun thing. That's the other thing, right? Like the Annan stories, I plan on them being very sincere, very old school, actually. Like very, very much, and by old school I mean Avatar. Avatar is as old school as you're going to get for, epic storytelling in a cartoon. That's not entirely true.
Yeah.
There were some epic cartoons out in the 90s. Batman TAS is like one of them. But those were outliers. I think Avatar is like the gold standard for adventure cartoons. And if you want to find something that's like similar or better, you're going to have to jump over to Japan. Like that's what it feels like to me. I remember distinctly, watching Avatar and going, "Whoa, this feels like an anime, but like a good one, a really good one." Yu Yu Hakusho, for example, was a really good anime, but it was very much a battle shonen. Avatar feels like an adventure show. My preferences are towards adventure shows more than battle, because adventure shows are more general. Like they have that mass appeal, man. Annan and the Ancients is supposed to be an adventure show with that mass appeal, and the characters do not look like an indie characters, because let's admit it, they're not very dark skinned. Even Yuya, the Egyptian guy, he has like actual realistic Egyptian skin tone. He is an Egyptian through and through. He has actual Egyptian skin tone. I was looking at a lot of different like Egyptians and models and stuff to like come up with the perfect skin tone for him. I didn't want to blackwash or whitewash history. These guys are from Ireland/Scotland. They're Gaelic. Yuya is from, and I remember when I say location names, just remember that their location names are slightly different in the show. But for the sake of talking about them, I'm just gonna refer to it as its real world counterpart. Yuya is he's very blatantly from Egypt. He's got like an eye of Horus on his face. His clothes are anachronistic. You can actually like see these like weird. He's got like these silks and linens on his body that he clearly sewed himself because he is a seamstress or seams. What's the male version of a seamstress? Well, he seems like the rest of them. There we go. He's not a spinster. I'll tell you that right now. And how old school is that, by the way, to have a cast that looks like this in an indie production? Made by a black man.
Yeah.
You are talking to two brothers right now. And yet, this is the indie production we
From
came
the
up
same neighborhood.
with. No, we're not in the same neighborhood. My ass is actually in the hood. But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's like this is not what you expect. We see this kind of stuff all the time. I've had people from different conventions walk up to our table at YG Crow. Now, YG Crow, we have a very diverse group of protagonists through and through. Not that I care about diversity, equity, and inclusion or any of that. I just kind of make what I like. I just kind of, is it cool? Great. There you go.
Yeah.
I have never cared about that kind of stuff. I think it's a detriment to creative liberty. But this lady walks up to our table. I think she works for New York Comic Con. And she looks at it, and then she looks at us. And I think was it me, Marcus? Was it me and you who were there, or was it me and Janine? It might have been me and Janine.
Yeah, it was obviously like the three of us or the two of us. It was because Ben. Who was our
So
other
Ben's the white
co-founder,
guy, right? Ben's the white
there.
guy of the group. Ben
He's
is
not there.
Yeah, Ben is in a studio surrounded by black people, oddly enough. But Ben's the white guy in the group.
Yeah.
I'm black. Marcus is black. Ben's current girlfriend Janine is black. And usually what'll happen is Ben will go off to do some networking. And dear God,
Yeah.
he was a networking god. And so it would leave me and Marcus or me and Janine at the table. And what happens is every time me and Marcus or me and Janine at the table, what do we get? We get that look that like, oh, my brother, man, Ibambwe, Wakanda forever. We get that shit. We get the talk. We get the people going like, yeah, we need more black people in media, and we need this and we need that. And it's just like, hey, bro, are you here to talk about my cartoon that I made with my hard sweat and tears, or are you here to talk about how black I am? Because I'm gonna be completely honest with you, bro. A lot of these people are gonna try and take some serious, like when we make it eventually, when we make it big, they're gonna be like, oh man, first black this, first black that, and they were the same people that were sending me off, ostracizing me, making sure that I wasn't ever feeling appropriate. They didn't accept what I did as an artist. None of them. So now they're going to be the ones trying to dictate what I should do with my art. And this lady looks up at me, goes, where the black people at? And I'm just like, they'll get here when they get here, I guess. I don't know. That's the thing, right? You fall into the black creative trap where everybody is making the Boondocks.
Yeah. And it's funny to me to think like it was at the same time where you had this other character, Natch. He was also
Natch?
there.
Is that you? Well, Natch
but
is he's in
because he was like he's black and white. Like there's like that clear distinction because there's like no brown, no tan, like none of that. It's just like you assume that they're white immediately, like dead ass, and it's like that was like because of that, like it was just like it's like color theory. It's like they didn't cognate in her brain thinking that like like all we do is draw like white characters or whatever.
I don't think Natch looks like
and
a
not
white
like
character though. Like he reads to me as a black guy. It's the big nose. He has the fucking hair. He reads to me like a black guy. I don't know how. Like I guess if you're just glancing at the image, you might not really catch it. But like,
yeah,
I think it's crazy that people are so insistent on the race being the biggest part of these characters and all that there is to them. That is madness to me. I hate that shit so much, bro. You have no idea. I look forward to a world where we can just draw whatever the hell we want to, and the cry bully Gestapo doesn't just show up at your door. I heard about the fandom for Kagurabachi.
Oh.
apparently the My Hero people like found a new thing, and now they're like really being toxic towards this poor woman. And I do want to write her like a personalized letter, though I doubt she'll ever read it. I do want to write her like, I'm so sorry you have to go through this. Because like these people are off their rockers. I'm gonna be honest with you, like whatever it takes. I don't want to attract that audience of people who will like look at something and then say, oh my god, this character is 0.2 shades too light for my liking, you're a racist. Like I know I have no patience for any of that. Trust me, I will shit on you in my comments, and I will do so unapologetically. Yeah, shows
Yeah.
tried to be mature in the early 2000s with some classification said to turn it down and it becomes less exciting and replacing it with dialogue that takes away the focus. Yeah, that's exactly it, right? And a lot of dialogue nowadays is like allergic to sincerity. I call it Josh Whedonisms or MCU writing, if you will. Like, something serious is happening, the aliens are taking over, but the character stops and frickin' quips. And for some shows, that's just fine, right? For some shows, it is just fine to have a character stop and quip in the middle. Well, not quip, but like a joke land in the middle of a tense scene. Just fine. It's all about that execution. But then you have people who show up and just write a scene, and then the character stops and goes, "What did you say? Oh, you said this. Well, what do you mean that? How is that helping?" And it's just like, dude, shut up. Shut up. You're ruining the scene. I watched Spider-Man No Way Home, and I watched the extended director's cut, and I immediately realized just how janky that movie can be with its dialogue and pacing, where the Spider-Men are just talking to each other, and they're like, "Hey man, I was in the Avengers." It's like, that's great. What is that? Is that a band? Were you in a band? Like, hey, Sandman's just circling the building. I don't know why Sandman's a villain, but he's just circling the building. like time pauses for these guys to be able to talk to each other while standing still, and it's just like, that kills that tension, you know. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
shows aren't really mature, and right now they are trying to be mature by being as edgy as possible. But the trade-off is that you just recreated the worst parts of the 90s. I don't think they realize that. Except race jokes are, they're not allowed anymore. That's the difference. But like, you've still just recreated the 90s. That's all you did. So now people are looking at things, they're like, "Oh man, fuck shit, fuck shit, shit, stupid dick." And then it's like, South Park did it, 20 something years ago. It's old, it's ancient, it's passe. So I want writing that is way more genuine. And I have, so Annan and the Ancients, if you don't know, we're looking at the poster for it. There's a lot to this project that hasn't been shown, obviously. It will be. Episodes have been written up to like episode 8. There's a pilot, there's 8 episodes after that pilot, and probably possibly a 9th. I don't know. We'll have to see how it all works out. There's a treatment for this show for 3 seasons, and I stopped at 3 seasons because I didn't want to get too locked into ideas that could be subject to change, like as the story goes on. So Marcus, you should know me by now as a writer that I like to really plan far ahead in my shows and stories.
Yeah. From that and like making things canon and you know.
Yeah, so the Annan pilot is not canon, actually. I think that's the first time I've said that out. Like, not the first time I've said that in a stream or something, but like the Annan pilot is not going to be canon to the show. I do want to actually make the pilot, I want to expand on it to make a canon version of the events. But like the Annan pilot is just a quick treatment to show you guys these characters and show off the film, show off what's happening. The characters are slightly toned up. Like that, these are things that have been planned for already. That's how far in production this project is. That's why this thing took like forever to like start announcing and coming out. We have to deal with our voice actors. I will be talking to those guys about how we're gonna launch these videos. Like, hey, I'm the voice actor of this character. Hey, I'm the voice actor of that character. Brian Watts actually just came out on Instagram. It was like, hey man, it's a pleasure to be voicing that character. And I was like, oh crap, wait, hang on, we weren't announcing you yet, but he's there. Okay, we got Brian Watts, the tank commander on War Thunder.
War Thunder.
I think right now the biggest obstacle to all the Annan stuff is YouTube's SEO practices. Like, holy schmoly! Hey, do you guys want to see like my YouTube SEO friendly Ice Hunter thumbnail? Let me pull this thing up. Let me pull up YouTube SEO Ice Hunter. And I this kind of stuff kills me inside. It's like, hey, dude, do I really just have to make Mr. Beast style clickbait? Is that the only way we can get something off the ground now? Like there has to be something controversial, but it can't be too controversial. That's all right. Love One Piece forever. Thank you for being with us so far, man. You've been a G. You've been goaded. Let me change
Yeah.
this to Clip Studio. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this
just
is
keep doing what you're doing, and like just get your story out there. It like I think
this
you've been doing it for 18 years. It's like it's time.
this is an
Time to
SEO
let it
optim.
out.
This is an SEO optimized Ice Hunter thumbnail.
Oh
Level
God.
99999 master noob student, like the little arrow thing. Like this is SEO optimized, bro. Like the only difference between this and proper full SEO is probably that his mouth should be like completely open. And the reason
Oh.
I'm doing this is I'm like going through all of our videos and like making updates to the stuff, the descriptions, the SEO. Our old videos have a lot of hashtags in them. YouTube doesn't like care about that stuff, so I try to avoid it now. Instagram doesn't care about it. I'm very glad that YouTube and Instagram and TikTok like said, "Hey, man, hashtags, don't spam them anymore." I'm very glad about that. What I'm not glad about though is that YouTube does not let you choose your audience if you know your audience. Now, the thing that I discovered with the Ice Hunter trailer, because I was looking at those analytics, is that a lot of its activity was spiking at around 3 o'clock, except on Wednesdays, where it was spiking at around 12. So that tells me that the actual demographic for people who it's trying to show Annan to are, genuine school kids. Maybe they're in high school, maybe they're in middle school. I don't know who it's showing them to, but I think it says, okay, your demographic is school kids, and I don't really care that my demographic is like younger. That doesn't bother me, but it also means that like who I'm aiming for are people who are interested in like investing in indie animation, requiring money, disposable income, stuff like that. Because Annan is a project that requires investment, right? So I don't know. SEO is a pain. I'm trying to get YouTube to optimize this stuff for the SEO crowd. Don't listen to YouTube SEO gurus, by the way. They are lying to you 9 times out of 10. Don't listen to any SEO guru. They're lying to you 9 times out of 10. There is some cool stuff that you can do for SEO's sake. For instance, quite a few of our videos now have alternative audio tracks where if you look at them, you'll find that there is a dual track where I give commentary. Let me see. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up since I'm here. Key animation, getting a demo reel. Hey, look at that. All right. Let me jump over here. And then let me put that up on stream. Again, sorry guys, this is my first time using this software to stream anything. I am not a streamer by heart. I wish I could be. I wish I were. I wish I were a streamer boy. Is there another stream this year?
I wish a streamer boy.
Oh, there will be more streams definitely. As Annan comes out, as we're trying to make more content for YouTube, there will be more streams, 100%. And I'm planning them sooner than later, so that they're not just like one stream every millennium. We don't want to do that anymore. We've been saying this for years. I know we're difficult. If you go to Klingon, there's like a second audio track here. Hey everybody, I'm Raziel Gore, co-founder of Studio IG Crow and the creative lead for Annan and the Ancients, and thank you so much for tuning in and just checking out our content. We work really hard to get this stuff out here. Annan and the Ancients in particular has been a part of my mental real estate for the better part of 2.5 years, and I'm so glad to finally get it out there. And the responses and the love and the sharing that we've gotten across our various social medias has been it's been awe-inspiring, especially across Instagram. Usually YouTube and Instagram are flipped around, but this time Instagram, it just really just took off. This is a very, personal project to me because this takes us back to the time when we had those, old school fantasy animated series. As a matter of fact, Annan and the Ancients was originally pitched to Viacom as an Avatar: The Last Airbender spiritual successor. And that's why you're going to start seeing some similarities to it, especially with the Woad thing. I thought that was a really clever way to nudge Viacom towards taking our story, but they didn't, and Woad stayed. So, we're very happy that these things that we all grew up watching, including shows like Berserk, Vinland Saga, where the old PBS cartoons, all that stuff is like a part of the DNA of this series, and I really want to get more to you. So stay
Yeah. Good night, man. Slop. Yeah.
Yeah, have a good night. Love One Piece forever. I just realized I've been paused on the OBS side. You're the reason we do these streams, my man. Have a great night. I just realized I've been paused this whole time talking about this, so I'll quickly go over it again. If you look at the original poster, and then you look at the old post, like the actual poster, the A is slightly bigger, and so like the A and the S are slightly bigger, and they create this nice little asymmetry, makes the whole thing look nice. So Clanker, you didn't butcher the art. I do like those leaves, by the way. Those leaves look really crispy. I don't
Yeah.
know what it's doing with the background though. It's the giant standing in a lake, but like it changed the whole perspective. It's really weird. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah. It just said trees everywhere. The land is no land. It's just kind of like warp, at like very round, and
It's really funny because I think
it kind of feels like it's in the lake for sure.
yeah, Annan's like fighting in a lake or something. There's a giant behind him.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's doing to the eyes that annoys me. I think it over animified
Is it the
the eye.
brows?
Yeah, it over animified
Yeah.
the eyes.
I kind of like it because he's kind of like more intense. Like he's like,
Yeah, he's doing more. He's doing stuff that I like. It's not one thing I don't get is what it's doing to the scabbard of the sword, like the hilt, the hilt and scabbard of the
yeah,
sword. It kind of turned it into a tree.
yeah.
Like I don't know what's happening there. That's not doing too many favors.
Got
And
wishy washy in the bottom there. Like it's like touching the like water and it's like melting.
yeah, there's some
Being
jank on the woad pattern on his arm. His shoulder blade on his left shoulder, the one that's raised, isn't. I don't know what's happening there. There's a lot of like little
Yeah,
nasty things that are happening in this drawing, but like I like the general idea of it. I don't hate like an art piece like this.
yeah. And I brought up the hair like at first in the center. It's like this black hole. It's like
It really, it's like he's about to fire a beam from it.
yeah.
So a
It's
clanker
third.
made my first AI fan. Like this is the first Annan of the Ancients fan art.
Yeah.
Chat GPT decided that when I was asking it for color space, assistance or whatever, not assistance, but I was asking what it thought, because I do sometimes I like to talk to these things and just go, hey, what do you think of the color space here? So I can feed my ego. And then it said processing, creating image. I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean creating image? It means creating image. I like the forest. I really think the forest it drew is cool. Though to be fair, one of the reasons why, as a little show of note, so like game, forests are fun because forests are easy to draw. You don't have to worry about complex, buildings. Buildings are distinctive. Trees aren't. So like, you can draw different trees no matter what shot you're in, and it just makes things a lot easier. But the characters are also traveling in the forest right now. They're not in Rome just yet. There were shots in Rome in the pilot, but they're not in Rome just yet. And so most of this will be taking place in a forest, and it just gives us that freedom to have like the characters, Dragon Ball Z Wasteland fight. I'm super excited about Annan. Like, Marcus, off the top of your head, who is your favorite of these characters?
Oh, it's in between Kara or Yuya. Kara because it's like it's reminiscent of like with like Cucumber Fairy and like the colors. It's very vibrant. Like she's very cheerful, and there's a lot of like joy. It's like this is where like the kid audience will love and appreciate it. And,
I feel like the Cucumber Fairy flies around Kira from time to time. She just kind of navies her way around Kira.
Yeah. And with like Yuya, I like him a lot because he does all like a reminder of like my next project that I've been working on the side. Because I was like trying to like work on a game on my own and see what I could do with like within the realm of Egypt.
Oh, and cool.
So he's just like a reminder of that, and like, yeah.
Well, you've tried to draw all these characters. Which one do you hate to draw the most?
Out of them, honestly, surprisingly, it used to be Annan, but now I think it's just Yuga now.
Wait, so what was wrong with Annan? Like, what was wrong with drawing him?
It's his face. Like I draw like, so like, it's weird because like this is coming from Cucumber Fairy, and like I draw like big eyes, and so like one of the big pet peeves is like I would draw them like kind of chibi like still, and like
yeah, dude,
big head, big eyes. I had to like constantly shrink.
Yeah, the eyes are the worst thing. So these characters are also slightly outside of my wheelhouse, which is why they're like so. Like a lot of that early concept art is like me trying to figure out what these characters are going to even do. Like, what is this? What's happening? Why am I here? Just to suffer. Like a lot of the stuff really is just like these like fleshing these characters out, turning them into something that's like actually worthwhile. If I jump back over to Clip Studio and avoid the SEO optimized thumbnails, I can actually open some of this like Ice Hunter stuff. Ice Hunter, Annan and the Ancients stuff, like the old Annan and the Ancients stuff. Because if you don't know, Annan and the Ancients was originally pitched to Viacom. I said it in that director's commentary, and yes, we originally pitched this for a contest to Viacom.
Viacom!
Alright. Here's like really old concept art of Annan. Here's like really old concept art of Yuya. And Yuya, like, dude, I had to like crack down on Yuya. Kira's the one who hasn't changed like much at all. She really hasn't.
Yeah.
Her proportions changed. That's it. Like, she has really stayed the same here, and I appreciate that because it makes life a lot easier for me. But there was a point in time where Annan looked like this. I can save this if I want to. Also, Annan used to have the nickname Ashlad. I think we like that's sort of kind of there still, sort of kind of not really anymore. Like we killed it. And then like I was like Yuya was so undefined to me. Like I had to actually sit down and like, okay, what is Yuya to me? Like what is a Yuya? And so like Yuya had to go through some design fixes. Like some serious design fixes because the character was just so unrealized. I was like, okay, what is he doing? What are we doing with him? So yeah, dude, like you see all this stuff like the slow evolution of a Yuya.
It's insane. Get all hoodie up and everything, get the blades.
So Marcus can see this stuff in real time. I'm gonna Discord stream it.
Yay.
So he's not like looking at the stream to figure out what I'm talking about.
I got first class now. Truly. Now.
Because like the stream is on a delay. He's like, what am I supposed to be looking at? What is this?
Yeah, I saw black canvas. Hello.
Hello.
Just a blank canvas.
There we are, yeah. So,
oh no, I see, nice and now persistent.
Nice and clean, nice and not, trash.
Yeah, not trash. No, heavens no. What is this, 2022?
I think this is like the first time that
or one.
This is 2022, yeah. This is the first time we locked in on Yuya. Like, Yuya had problems in that original design. Let me pull that up again so that Marcus can see it real time.
Oh yeah. Oh, you had the Pharaoh, yeah. Yep.
The Pharaoh garb. Hey, look, Kira, it's Kira. Again, she really hasn't changed all that much. She's wearing the exact same outfit. Her hair is braided the same way. Her hair has made small changes. I changed up how her eyes are drawn, but
Yeah.
these were for like the pitch Bible though. So like Yuya, we were coming in on something with Yuya. I think this is the first time he gets the snake blades. If you look at this here is a giant that's supposed to be fighting.
Oh god, that reminds me of the animations, early animation test you did with that monster.
With the big giant, yeah. Bro, Annan's hair has gone.
Looking like an Ada right now.
He does kind of look like Ada here, doesn't
The
he? Like he does kind of look like her. He used to have a belt.
eyes.
Then I did a history check and like no, he can't wear a belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like this is all like really funny stuff because it just shows you, hey, this is where these characters started. This is where they wound up. Looking at Yuya's designs, I think this might have been like one of his first designs. No, okay, so I remember now. This is his first ish design. And then we go through here and he's got the little thing on. I think he's always had the Eye of Horus in his design somewhere. And wait, actually that had like extra images and stuff on it. Did I miss out? I feel like I missed out. Let's open this again. What is this? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we did that. Cool. Groovy. Do not save. So yeah, Yuya, look at how small his eyes are. I have a very bad habit to this day of like drawing eyes a bit too low in the face. And I'm trying my very best. I'm trying my bestest to like break that habit because it's not good for me. I don't know why, by the way. YouTube keeps on trying to. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, tools. Thank you, OBS, for that information. It's very useful. YouTube live control panel. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. So Annan characters have gone through quite a lot in like terms of just how they're designed, like where they started, where they ended. I do think it's really funny that Annan does kind of look like Ada here. All right, so we're gonna jump out of that. This is the first time like we really I sit down and look at Yuya and like, okay, I need him to be something because he was kind of short and wearing baggy clothes. Now he's like, I made him a little too tall. What's his hair doing? His hair's kind of pointed forward. I really like that. What do I want to do with it? So like we Yuya had to be arrived on. Like it was a very very difficult thing to arrive on, and Annan had to be arrived on. Look at this artwork. Look at how kind of jank this is. Like this is.
But it's just kind of like on the fly too at the same time. Like,
yeah, no, it was. It was definitely on the fly. That's probably why Viacom didn't like it. That and we accidentally slipped copyright in the document because I'm like just so mentally used to it. I forgot that you're not supposed to do it in the contest. One of the things I did with Annan though is I was like, okay, this is looking kind of really anime, and also is yeah, you gotta take a look at that jank. If you just flip that image, that's why you flip your images while drawing. But we were doing this at lightning speed. This one doesn't have that problem. Like, if it looks good when you flip it, there you go. That's how you know his proportions are correct. I wanted to really go for loose and long hair for Annan. And so as I pushed his design, I kept working in these and I kept grinding at it and trying to get what I could out of it. This is that giant fight that you were talking about, Marcus.
yeah.
There was so much stuff to this. There's actually the old Golden Core logo, which is really funny that ChatGPT arrived at something similar by accident. That's the old logo. We don't really use gold on top of it, or at least not that kind of gold. If we do that again, it's gonna be like actually baked in to the texture. Here's some test art. This is where like it starts. Annan's still not looking good. I didn't like it, so we went back to the
So
drawing
you are
board.
strong, yes.
Yeah, sure you are. You notice that he's got like this long, sharp face, and nowadays I'm like, okay, let's get rid of this long, sharp face. I had to delete that sharp face from Annan. It was not doing me any favors, and so believe it or not, I looked at the Living Lines library and looked at some characters look like I don't need power, I need transcend. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, basically. Yeah, no, you don't only need power, you need to transcend. Annan's freaking jawline here. I looked at Glenn Keane's designs for what was it, Tangled? And I looked at
The Disney kid.
yeah, I looked at Hercules designs and I looked at the design not for Hercules but for Megan. For Meg. What's her name? It's Meg, right?
Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say Megan because I dated a girl named Megan once. But I looked at the Hercules at the designs for the character Meg, and I said I want Annan's face to look like that. I want him to have the same softness that a Disney princess would have, which is probably the weirdest thing ever to say about your like a aggressive swordsman male protagonist, but I really wanted him to feel different from what I was coming up with, and so oh god, oh shit, this is probably about to break. Yeah, it's breaking it. It's breaking it. This image is huge. This image like does some terrible things to my computer every time it sees it. It's like, why did you make me open it? So we saw that other design, which I will not open. Actually, I'll reopen it. Sure, why not? Let's go back. Let's go back. The ancients, the ancient prophecy.
The ancient sanctuary. I don't know what's going with that.
So yeah, no, this is literally it's the same poster but redrawn with the modern designs. Even still, he has like a bit. His nose is kind of weird. He has a bit of a Roman nose. I didn't want to do that, but even on this poster, his design's getting locked in. You know, like over and over. There's a famous saying that like a lot of animators do not really grasp the character until they're done the project. And in Annan's case, we have a bit of a it's a bit of a you know graciousness or a bit of a blessing that we are able to consider this teaser trailer itself a project, because the longer I've worked with these characters, the more I've been able to like dial in what I really want from them. One of the things that I really want from the Annan characters is, I wanted their designs to not be as anime as, I would normally draw a character. So I really locked in on making sure that they were just, they were just vibing. I'm going to get rid of that now because it's like making Clip Studio do some terrible things. You'll actually see here, this is the first time Annan's like jawline really softens out. Like that was the really big challenge of this project, is to get Annan's jawline soft. This is actually a still drawn from the storyboard for the pilot. So this is actually a scene in the pilot. That was made for a test cell. And if you notice, this image is like from 2023. When's this from? Let me check the properties. No, it was not created in 2025. Don't lie to me. It might have been created in 2020. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. It's on our social media feed. When it was uploaded, you'll see it. That's where it was.
Yeah. It was quite a reference though. Like when we were doing those backgrounds for the trailer. I remember I was
yeah, no, we
looking at that.
Yeah.
Before we had like John Ming, like it was like our started out as like an intern, like kind of like our another member in our team.
The secret sauce.
Yeah, literally.
By the way, Kira is huge in this drawing. I do have to shrink her down, but for one of the things that you notice that has to happen when you do a design like this or when you do a show like this is the frame. That's the frame. That's what you see. So
Yeah.
my goal here is to like get an idea of what a test cell on this show would look like. As a test cell, there's no like compositing or any effects on it. You'll notice that Kira's face actually has compositing on it, so there's a smooth roll off here on the final thing. So if I were to take that here, it looks kind of like this. Oh God, no, it does not look like that. Where, where is the smooth watercolor brush? Do I want a smooth watercolor brush, or do I want like a gouache? I might want to smudge it. Let's blur it. Let's blur the she's together. Yeah, like that. Literally like this, right? That's how a lot of the work winds up looking, just because of that.
Oh, that effect, yeah.
That
Once
effect,
you like
yeah,
have all the layers.
Mm-hmm. You know, the effect looks really cool, by the way. Like, if you've never seen it, take a look at the trailer. I'll be playing it again before we switch over to Gartic Phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kira having the shading effect. Everybody has those shading effects on them. Like they were a very nice shading effect. And then the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie leaked, and I saw they had the exact same shade effects that we used, and I was like, because we're like, the show is an Avatar spiritual successor in many ways, and yet, you know, we're also competing with Avatar right now.
Which honestly is pretty awesome. You know, we did it kind of like, sure, like it got leaked like ahead of time, but it's like it wasn't like it's not released per se.
Yeah, true. Well, like we're competing with the Avatar, the new, what's the new one called again? It's the one with Pavi.
Oh.
Seven Havens or something like that. Avatar Seven. God, dude. I'm supposed to be an Avatar fan, but I'm really just a fan of The Last Airbender. I do not like anything that came after it. I don't like the comics. I don't like any of that stuff. I don't care what happened to Zuko's mom. None of it's canon. I actually found the original test cell. What's the date on this? 2014. 24. Yeah. I said 2014 like an idiot. I'm stupid. I'm dope. I'm dopey man.
The great Dopey Man. Yeah, Seven Haven, you're right.
Annan's height is also a thing. The actual capacity of Kira's ability are also important. We had to dial in what Kira was doing. This is the third design pass for Annan that I'm opening right here. And this is where I think this is the first time I really feel like we're dialed in on him. Like, for the first time in a long time, we have dialed in on Annan and what we actually like from him, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I took a while and just started sketching this character over and 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 over. Sometimes I'm scared to take a look through my old files because I'm like, oh God, what madness was I thinking about? Oh, right. There was a point in time where we like gave. Yeah, okay. So these are some of the redesigns that Janine offered to help me with. It's very funny because I remember taking that design and just like running with it. Like, we had decided to
Oh,
go
I
through,
didn't see those.
we had decided to
Huh.
go through and completely redesign Annan. Like, completely. If you don't remember, these are the designs that she gave me, and I just said, yeah, let's do that. Let's try this. Because I was getting Prince of Egypt vibes from it, honestly. Of course, everybody still struggles with the hair. Everybody struggles with his hair.
Man, I'm looking luscious with that.
Looking luscious with them locks.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my!
could do it actually with the
Yeah,
amount
no,
of hair that he has right there. Look at that.
Bro, he has like some 80s mullet shit going on. That's great. I love it. Not mullet, 80s perm. Like, looks like he's a part of a rock band, don't he?
Yeah. A rock version of Annan theme? Question
And
mark?
then the rock band, you know, the Ancients. It's your boy Annan and the Ancients. And I think that like I dialed him back toward like his actual final design, which is like really funny that I had to say, okay, fun's over. This is where I start dialing into Disney stuff. This is a design for the Woad that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
It sort of does. We did wind up like taking something similar to it, Woad to the Soul. Yeah, cool. It does. I remember it's named the Woad to the Soul. Yeah, that's really funny. This is very close to what
The
we wanted
woad
going
is
with.
a soul.
Yeah, the Woad to the Soul.
Yeah. That's like a fun like a marketing thing to do with a. It's like the wool itself is like you also become like Annan, like become have the same powers and everything like that.
Yeah, agreed. And then look at this is actually from the design document. So like this is where we load in Annan, and here he is in all of his glory.
His
Now that
full feature.
is full
IMAX.
features exactly in IMAX
Yeah.
HD, and the designs are still actually evolving. Right? Okay, I can't open that. I don't want to open that because that's got like oh, who's that?
Chunky files.
Yeah. Who's that?
Spoilers.
Spoiler. You just pop off, delete.
Yeah.
Kira has kind of just stayed the same. Like, she really did. Uh, Kira stayed the same. She had some mild changes made to her, but like she stayed the same. Her hair stayed the same. Her face stayed the same. Her body proportion stayed the same. Like she stuck there. We didn't do much to change her. I think the only real difference is that I made her hair like I locked in what her hair length should be. I also made it straight so that like it's not as difficult to draw. The braids are kind of annoying, but like the rest of that's not difficult. Here she looks kind of like a Naruto
How to
character.
do her braid.
Yeah, here she looks kind of like Sakura. I'm getting like Sakura Haruno from her.
Yeah, character wise, yeah, I got it, dude.
One of the fun things about Kira that seems to go missed is that she also has freckles, and she's so adorable, and she is my daughter now. She is officially my daughter. I've adopted this cartoon
I
girl.
created my daughter.
I have adopted this cartoon girl as my daughter. You cannot take her away from me.
Okay, okay, Einstein.
I will protect her with my life. This is very okay. So remember, I was talking about Rapunzel, like Glen Keane's designs for that Tangled.
Yes.
This is kind of where that Rapunzel Glen Keane-ness like slaps in. I gave these characters Disney eyes. Like I think I really did just give them Disney eyes. They have anime proportions, but they have Disney eyes. It's kind of funny, where they kind of sit in that nice little middle ground. The way the show is designed and everything about them is very distinct, I want to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went through and gave this girl her we Disneyfied her, and the results are honestly pretty darn cool. Apparently, this file is massive. So yeah, oh shit, there goes the ant. So I had coffee up here, and then the ants decided that I can't enjoy fun things like coffee. And
It's
so,
unacceptable, Raz.
yeah, how dare I? Let me turn my lights
They
on.
gotta feed their colony.
I know, right? Let me make sure that like my lights are on because I'm like keeping them off my desk. They made their way to my office. I'm just like, ah, damn it, fucking ants.
Yeah, much like the Hunter x Hunter.
Well, yeah, the annoying thing about ants is that they so they leave smells wherever they crawl.
Ew.
Yeah, no, they leave like a small pheromone.
They let them know, like, hey, boys,
Hey,
I'm the hot
boys,
spot.
there's coffee over here, man. Come on. Like, this is the first time I've ever like seen ants make it on this desk, and yet here they are. So I'm just like, ah, shit.
Jesus.
Dude, I'm so salty.
Sucks.
So what I did was I used alcohol. I have rubbing alcohol. I just poured it on my desk and like wiped my counter off with it. Hopefully the smell of rubbing alcohol kills any like pheromone smells they try and leave behind.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing some AKG headphones for this stream, and one of the things about AKG headphones is they were expensive, and yet they're like made out of the finest Chinesium on the planet, so they're like tearing apart at the seams. Let me see. Is Ben going to join us? I'm gonna like message him, let us see what's going on. Ben, are you going to join us? If not, we can just jump over to Gartic Phone, play some of that with some people, you know, really get the word out. Because like I think we've gone through Annan very well, and like the designs and like the change in the add up and what's happened to these characters and how we got here. It's been so much, man. So much stuff that can't be shown, so much stuff that can be shown. It's been a lot, and the making of the content is definitely making all this content and putting it online and getting it in a, you know, presentable way. That's definitely, it's a challenge, man. You know, like that's the best way I can really put it, is it's a challenge. But enough of that. Can I change my studio? Hang on, let me change the stream name. Actually, no. No. We can probably just keep it the way it is. What lies? Gartic Phone. And we're gonna save. And can I like switch the genre of this? Because this is now a gaming stream through and through. Through and through. Okay, I don't want to change my settings. I do want to just screw it. We're doing Gartic as an animation stream, so let's do it. Right. If anybody is interested in Gartic Phone, say aye. We may have to like actually like end stream and jump over to Twitch or something to get this to work.
Oh, true.
Because like, well, Twitch allows. Here you go. Hey, wait, what?
A black screen of darkness. Oh, never mind. I see stuff.
Did somebody want to play Gartic Phone with animators? We do have to do something on Twitch. I haven't figured out what we're doing on Twitch, but I feel like if we're doing something on Twitch, it should just be Gartic Phone. So like we talk about Annan, jump right back into Gartic Phone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to like do some restream or whatever. Restream Twitch. I'm gonna look that up while we figure people out for this game of Gartic of Garlic Phone. Also, Marcus, where are you, bro? How dare you?
I'm right here. Oh, hold up.
How dare you? How dare you not get in on this?
Well, you gotta say fruit salad, yummy. That's all.
Fruit salad, yummy. How about that, huh? Huh? You think you're better than me?
That was pretty good. Wait.
All right, so Ben is having an asthma attack, and we wish him the best. we shit. Ben, no. Come back to us, Ben. That is the alert that Ben is having a medical. So we're going to wish Ben the best of luck. Chat, make sure Ben feels loved. Please.
Yeah, the goat. He's our other goat in the studio. He helped a lot.
There's only 2
Guy
viewers on the
versus-
stream, by the way. So
Still, wait, what does that mean? Like, people can go back and like click the video.
I kind of want to. I wish I could just like in the middle of the stream just add Twitch to it. That would be fun.
Why is this not letting me in? How do I do that?
You click the link, right?
On the
The fun thing about doing this on Twitch is that you can actually link up with a Twitch account and do it.
oh, there you go. I got it. Yeah. Which I don't have.
We don't have people for Gartic Phone? Oh, this is sad. The ultimate solution is just to join a streamer. Wait, I heard it. There you are.
Me. I'm here.
Oh, man. Okay, so this is only 2 people in this lobby, which is going to be very difficult. We're not a gaming stream, so we might have to... Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try and end the stream and then jump to a gaming stream and see what we can pull off. All right. So if you're still here, anybody who's, not in the chat, just stick around. We'll be right back. We're going to just try and change up the stream and the genre and see what happens. So, yeah. See you guys.